That's a good camera. You can see that phone and it's so clear.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. دعاء التوسل. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إني أسألك وأتوجه إليك بنبيك نبي الرحمة محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. يا أبا القاسم يا رسول الله، يا إمام الرحمة يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا أمير المؤمنين، يا علي بن أبي طالب يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا فاطمة الزهراء يا بنت محمد يا قرة عين الرسول، يا سيدتنا ومولاتنا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيهة عند الله، اشفعي لنا عند الله. يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي، أيها المجتبى يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا حسين بن علي، أيها الشهيد يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوجهنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن الحسين، يا زين العابدين يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها الباقر يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا عبد الله يا أبا عبد الله يا جعفر بن محمد أيها الصادق يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا موسى بن جعفر أيها الكاظم يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى أيها الرضا يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها التقي الجواد يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن محمد أيها الهادي النقي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا أبا محمد يا أيها الزكي العسكري يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا وصي الحسن والخلف الحجة، أيها القائم المنتظر المهدي يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. التماس الدعاء. اللهم صل يا سادتي وموالي، إني توجهت بكم أئمتي وعدتي ليوم فقري وحاجتي إلى الله، وتوسلت بكم إلى الله، واستشفعت بكم إلى الله، فاشفعوا لي عند الله، واستنقذوني من ذنوبي عند الله، فإنكم وسيلتي إلى الله، وبحبكم وبقربكم أرجو نجاة من الله، فكونوا عند الله رجائي. يا سادتي يا أولياء الله، صلى الله عليهم أجمعين، ولعن الله أعداء الله ظالميهم من الأولين والآخرين، آمين رب العالمين. صلاة
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
دعاء الحجة. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا، حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات نذكر سورة المباركة الفاتحة بعد الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أبي القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه المبين وهو أصدق الصادقين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سلام على نوح في العالمين. It is a series of the history of the prophets and what we learn from the history of the prophets mentioned in the Quran. Today we are going to see what Hazrat Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam prayed the du'as of Nuh alayhi salam. The Quran itself says that إِنَّهُ كَانَ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا. Nuh was a very grateful servant of Allah, very thankful. Even though he was hurt by the Ummah, دعوتهم ليلا ونهارا, I called him day and night, and they did not heed to the call of Nuh alayhi salam, and they were busy worshipping their idols, and there were 5 idols. One of them was wood, the second one was suwa, and the third one was yabus, and the fourth one was ya'uq, and the fifth one is Nasr. Nasr is also our symbol, the eagle. So anyway, they were busy and they did not heed to the call of Nuh alayhi salam, and they also called him a person who is in dalal, who is himself misguided. They called him one misguided, they called him crazy and madman, and they were fasiqeen, and they were the mala. 70 of them were the rich people of that time, and they did not want anyone to interfere in their planning. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, every morning and every evening used to recite this dua in his language, which was Suryani. And this is the translation in Arabic language. Allahumma inni ushhaduka innahu ma asbaha aw amsa bi ni'ma aw afiya fi din aw dunya faminka la sharika lak. Every ni'mat and every afiyat which comes down on me in the morning and in the evening is from you alone. Wahdaka la sharika lakal hamd biha. And I thank you for that. Walaka shukr biha alayya. And the shukr of yours is wajib on me for this. Hatta tarda. Till you are pleased with me. This is one of the du'as which he used to read. You can recite in your own language. Oh Allah, thank you for every ni'mat which you have given me. Alhamdulillah ala kulli ni'ma. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. When the people started to call him driven away and madman, and they stoned him to such an extent that they took their young children and they brought to the house of Nuh alayhi salam. He was a carpenter, so they used to sit over there and they used to show their young children, listen, this is the man. Don't ever listen to him in your lifetime. And whenever he says something, throw stones at him. So many stones used to be thrown upon Nuh that he used to be covered with stones. And Jibreel used to come down and take away the stones from him and heal his wounds. And the next day he was ready again. And he used to get the same response. So he used to say, فَدَعَا رَبَّهُ. And Nuh called his Lord and he said, إِنِّي مَغْلُوبٌ فَانْتَصِرْ. This is the dua of Nuh alayhi salam. إِنِّي مَغْلُوبٌ. Oh Allah, I have been defeated. فَانْتَصِرْ. Give me your help. I ask for your help. This is one of the du'as, small one. Rabbi, inni maghlubun fantasir. The second one is dua of Hazrat Nuh in the chapter Nuh 28. Here Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam prays for his walidain and those who have entered his house with iman. Rabbi ghfirli, O Allah, forgive me, wali walidayya, and my parents, wali man dakhala baiti, and for that person who has entered my house mu'minan, in the condition of iman, walil mu'minina wal mu'minat, and also all the mu'minin and all the mu'minat. Wala tazid zalimin illa tabara, and the zalimin are not yet going to increase except in destruction. This is the third dua. The fourth dua of Nuh alayhi salam is, he used to call the people in public, and then he used to go to their homes, sit with them privately and talk to them. And he used to tell them, Allah is going to forgive you, ask Allah to forgive you, and He is going to not only forgive you, He is going to give you wealth, children, and all that in Surah Nuh. فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ, ask forgiveness from your Lord. إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا, He is all forgiving. يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا, He is going to send the rains upon you one after another. وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ, and He is going to help you with your wealth. وَبَنِينَ, and your children, sons. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ, and He is going to make for you gardens. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا, and He is going to make for you the streams of water to flow. So this is also the benefit of doing istighfar. What Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam has said, that whoever does the istighfar for 2 months is going to get at least one of these. Either he is going to get forgiveness from Allah, or he is going to get wealth, amwal, or he is going to get success in your children or children. And you're going to get rain if it is not raining, you don't need seeding. And also He is going to give you gardens. And while embarking the ark and while anchoring the ark, Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam had said a dua, and that is, وَقَالَ ارْكَبُوا فِيهَا بِسْمِ اللَّهِ مَجْرَاهَا وَمُرْسَاهَا. Embark the ark and say Bismillah, by the name of Allah, who is Majraha, who is the one who is going to make it sail, wa Mursaha, and who is going to anchor it. Inna Rabbi laghafurur rahim. Verily, my Rabb is Ghafur and Rahim. One of the words which you usually hear on the Christian channels is Hallelujah. 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 They keep on saying that word. It is from Suryani, but it is not Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah is the real word. And here Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, when he saw the floods so high, like a big mountain coming towards him, it was a tsunami, I think, big mountain coming towards him, and he said, Ya Allah, do something for me. And what can I do? Said, recite this 1,000 times. And Nuh alayhi salam did not have so much of time because the waves were near. So what he said was, Hallelujah, alfan alfan, ya Maria atqin. Hallelujah, alfan alfan, ya Maria atqin, which you do in Ziyarat Ashura. After reciting the salam one time and the lanat one time, you say 100 times. So he did the same. Nuh alayhi salam did the same. The meaning of this is, Hallelujah means La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah alfa marratin, Ya Rabbi aslahni. Oh my Lord, reform me, correct me. This was the dua of Nuh when he was about to drown with the ark. One of the important things to tell you, it was the first ark ever built on earth. Before there was no example of any ship or ark. So Noah was a carpenter, no doubt, but he did not have a plan how to build it. So Allah tells him, وَاسْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا. So the first ark was built by Noah from the guidance of Allah and from the revelation from Allah. So there were nails, so he had to even melt iron and make nails, and then he had to cut the palm trees and make the planks, and he has to see that the water doesn't enter into it. And as I've told you, he did not have more than 80 followers, and this is a very big ship, ark, maybe 1200 yards long and 800 yards wide and 80 yards high. So this kind of ship will not be built by ordinary people. So those people who were against Noah alayhi salam, Noah called him for help. They made fun of him. Oh, people, they have ships and boats on the water, and you are going to make it sail on the land. And then Noah alayhi salam said, just help me. He said, what if we help you? So whatever wood is cut, and that burada, what you call the wooden
Shavings of the wood.
Shavings of the wood will fall, they will turn to gold. So people came rushing, and they got the gold. But the ship of Noah was ready in 200 years. You have to say, mashallah. First ever ship. And I would like to tell you that this is a magnificent miracle of Noah alayhi salatu wasalam, given by Allah, that there were animals which were opposite to each other, the wild animals and the domestic animals, and they did not harm each other. And Shaitan was also sitting over there inside, and he did not harm anyone. But he admonished Noah, Noah, be careful of three things, because I am the closest at that time, and it is a trap from me. Anger, I easily deviate and misguide angry people. I easily misguide a person who is judging between two people, judgment. And the third one is, I am there, third, when two strangers, a man and a lady, is sitting alone. I am the third one. 40 days, Noah alayhi salam was in the ark, and the water was 15 feet above the tallest mountain. And the only place where the water did not enter is the Baitul Atiq, the Kaaba. And the ship, along with the inhabitants, did the tawaf of the Kaaba. And Noah alayhi salam also brought out the coffin of Adam alayhi salam, and he placed it in the ship. This embarking in the ark of Noah was on the 1st of Rajab. And Noah alayhi salam told his companions to fast on that day. So they fasted and they entered into the ark. And when they came out of the ark, it was Nowruz. It was the 21st of starting of spring. The people of Noah were destroyed. Some of them were destroyed because they were angry at Noah, they falsified Noah, they belied Noah, they called him a kazib. But some of them did not say anything at all, but yet they were destroyed. Why? Because they agreed to the ones who were harming Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. As I've told you, that none of the innocent people were killed by the floods of Nuh. The ladies had been made barren, and the men were made infertile. So those who died in the floods of Nuh were more than 40 years of age. Three sons of Nuh went into the ark, but the fourth one did not, because he was a materialistic. He was a Madda Parast. So when Nuh told him, come into the ark, he said, no, I'm going to climb on this mountain, and this mountain is going to save me. This mountain is going to save me. And Nuh alayhi salam said, no, today, from the amr of Allah, no one is going to save you. And at this moment, a wave came between the son and the father and drowned him. I've already spoken on this last week, so I'm not going to go into the details. But he drowned, and immediately Nuh said, "Oh Allah, this is my son, and this is from my ahl, and you had promised me that you are not going to drown my ahl." So Allah said, "Ya Nuh, laysa min ahlik." He is your son, but he is not from your ahl. Innahu amalun ghayru salih. He is a person who did act, but ghayru salih, which was not virtuous. So he was kafir, and his mother was also a kafira. And she is mentioned in the Quran in Surah Tahrim, where Allah tells her that ضرب الله مثلا للذين كفروا. She has become an example for those who are kafir. The Imrat Nuh and Imrat Lut. So now Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam was with his other wives and his 3 children and 80 of his followers. And I do not want to go into the other details which the Ahl Sunnah say, but they have taken it from Bible, I think. They say that Noah was trying to push the goat and the sheep inside the ark, and they didn't. They refused to go in, so Noah kicked them. And so they lost their shame. Until today, their tail is small and their private parts. And the first one to go in was the lamb, and the lamb was given the long tail. So anyway, I don't want to go into those details. That is in the Bible, and the Ahl Sunnah say that. But according to us, no. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam had already declared many times, and the first place from where the flood started was the tanur of Nuh alayhi salam. And when he was told that the water has started to gush out, he immediately came and he closed that tanur. And then he brought all the animals and the birds and the people inside the ark, and then he opened the tanur. And after that, after the floods, Nuh lived for 500 years. And when he was about to die, after 2,500 years of age, Malakul Maut came to him. "Come on, let us go." And he replied and said, "Just give me some time so that I can come out of the sunshine and sit in the shade." So Malakul Maut said, "No, such a long life you have got, still you want a minute?" So I want to tell the people that the life which I have had of 2,500 is like sitting in the sun. And the shadow is like the mouth. That is the only life I had. Like a person walking from the sunshine to the shadow of death. Man tabi'ani fa innahu minni. Nuh used to say, whoever follows me, he is from me. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam is from the Shia of Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam. And he was buried in Najaf by Sam, and the grave of Nuh and Adam are along with the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I have summarized the Prophet Nuh, and tomorrow, next Tuesday, we will have prophethood. May Allah bless us all and keep us all on the right path. And may Allah accept our amal, fulfill our du'as, and hasten the zuhur of Imam Asr Ajalallahu Farajahu Sharif. Sorry for the